Hello and welcome to the Southeast Iowa Union News Break. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. Coming up, Washington Chamber shakes up their legislation forums, and the Iowa State Patrol provides details on a two-car collision from last week. But first, Main Street Mount Pleasant will host their first ever January event this Thursday evening. From 5 to 7 p.m., downtown businesses will offer all-you-care-to-eat pancakes and hot drinks for $10 during the Flapjacks and Flannels event. Much like other Main Street events, including the Wine Walk in Holiday on Main, patrons will walk around to various downtown businesses for this event. According to Lisa Etkin, there will be 4 pancake stations. Participants will begin by paying their $10 at Your Dream Home Furniture. Shared Advantages, Central Park Coffee and Bakery, and Big River Popcorn will host other flavor-themed pancake stations as well. In addition to flapjack stations, downtown businesses will offer hot drinks like hot chocolate with toppings, spiked hot chocolate, mulled wine, and hot cider. Participating businesses will channel the flannel for this event, but Etkin invites those attending to wear their best flannel too. Monthly legislative forums through the Washington Chamber of Commerce are back on the calendar, but organizers say they're shaking up the format this year. Rather than holding the events on Saturdays, Washington Chamber Executive Director Michelle Redlinger said they will occur on Fridays each month at noon. Legislators will still give updates on their work in the Capitol and answer questions from attendees, but the venue will change out of the courthouse and into local businesses that agree to host. Redlinger said the Friday dates worked better for Washington County's 2 voices in the state legislature, Representative Heather Hora and Senator Don Driscoll. Locations had not yet been sorted out for the forums on February 10th, March 17th, and April 14th. Businesses interested in hosting the events can do so with a $500 sponsorship fee, according to a chamber newsletter. According to Iowa State Patrol, no injuries occurred during a two-car accident west of New London. Wednesday, January 11th, just before 4 p.m., Mount Pleasant resident Dick Richards collided with another Mount Pleasant resident, Ed Longenecker, at 260th Street and Highway 34 west of New London. Longenecker was traveling westbound when Richards' Chrysler 300 struck Longenecker's van on the driver's side. Upon impact, the van spun and came to a stop on the north shoulder of Highway 34 in the westbound lanes. According to reports, Richards claims he did not see the van when entering the intersection. This intersection has a yield sign, which reports state Richards did not obey and subsequently received a citation for this failure. This citation comes with a total fine of just over $210. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have a look at the weather and sports.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
Hello and welcome back to Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. We have your 5-day forecast coming up, but first, obituaries. Betty Jane Barr of Mount Pleasant passed away on January 13th at the age of 98. Arrangements are pending at the Kimsey Funeral Home. NDE, Moreland, and Mount Pleasant passed away on January 14th at the age of 97. A celebration of life will be held at a later date. Elliott Funeral Chapel is in charge of the arrangements. Mitchell Ray Johnson of Washington passed away on January 13th at the age of 61. A celebration of life will be held at 2 p.m. January 20th at the Jones and Eden Funeral Home. That was obituaries. It is now time for the weather. Today has been cloudy with a high of 41. Temperatures will drop down to 36 tomorrow, and there's a 100% chance of rain tomorrow evening. That rain will turn to snow Thursday morning, but the high will be 35, so it will most likely melt later in the day. We'll end the work week Friday with partly cloudy skies and a high of 32. And on Saturday, it will remain partly cloudy but be warmer with a high of 36. We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the wrestling from this weekend.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
I met Tammy about 20 years ago when her daughter was in Special Olympics and I was coaching. Told me that she was into doing senior benefits. We became even closer friends. She cares about everybody, especially the seniors, so call her.
Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross, Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656.
Been in healthcare for many years. I know that Tammy's that person who wants to help others and take care of us. She knows the healthcare business and wants to take care of others.
Hello and welcome back to Newsbreak. I'm your host, Nick Steffens. It is now time for sports.
Sports, brought to you by Fairway.
A slew of teams were in Wayland on Saturday for a couple of packed wrestling tournaments. The Demons pulled out the WACO Invitational by 4 points, sneaking by Mediapolis in the final standings with a final score of 166.5. Washington had 3 first-place finishes in the meet. Aaron Boone won the 120-pound bracket, Caden Greiner won at 126, and Chase Greiner won at 152. Boone made the championship match with a pin and a win via injury. In the 120-pound title match, the defeated Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont standout Landon Davis on a 5-4 decision. After receiving a first-round bye, Caden Greiner won via pinfall in a 9-3 decision before matching up with Baxter's Cole Smith with the bracket on the line. Greiner dominated, beating Smith on a 14-6 major decision. Chase Greiner received a first-round bye as well before a pin and a 1-0 decision led to a 150-pound championship against Minneapolis' Kyler Crow. Greiner pinned Crow in 4 minutes and 15 seconds. That is the news for Southeast Iowa. I've been your host, Nick Steffens. This has been your news break, and I will see you